Outside Parliament, militia dealt quickly with demonstrators protesting at the bill which bars Americans from adopting Russian orphans.
Today's draft law is neither useful for our children nor for our national security and our priorities. We think that this law is draconian and it should not be adopted today by the Federation Council.
Lawmakers in Russia's upper house unanimously backed the proposal, which now needs only the signature of President Vladimir Putin to become law. It's one of the toughest pieces of anti-US legislation in years, passed in retaliation for a new American law, which would impose sanctions on Russian officials implicated in human rights offences. More than 60,000 Russian orphans have been adopted by American families, 1,600 last year alone. Opponents of the bill say the real victims will be the children.
We just sentenced 1,500 kids to stay orphans, to lose their foster parents, because they have been already selected, and 49 kids who have some serious diseases. They will not be treated properly in Russia, and most likely it's a death sentence for them.
There's been resentment in Russia of adoptions by Americans after a Tennessee woman sent a 7-year-old Russian boy back to Moscow on a plane alone, saying he had emotional problems and she couldn't care for him.
I believe that we must have a clear idea about what's happening to our children, to our citizens after they have been adopted. In regards to the United States, we don't have this idea.
There's little doubt the bill will become law. It's just a few days since President Putin described it as an appropriate measure to counter what he sees as American interference in Russian affairs. Richard Martin, Al Jazeera.